Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day. Attorney General Jason Ravnsborg sent a letter to members of the House of Representatives asking them not to impeach him.
Part of the letter reads, quote, "Your vote will set a precedent for years to come. No state has ever impeached an elected official for a traffic incident," unquote. Ravnsborg was driving the car that struck and killed pedestrian Joe Beaver in September 2020. In the letter, the Attorney General also accuses Governor Kristi Noem of politically weaponizing the matter. Ravnsborg says he cannot resign because the incident did not impede his ability to perform the duties of Attorney General, including ongoing investigations of the executive office.
The House is set to gather at 11 o'clock this morning to look at whether Ravnsborg's actions included impeachable offenses. KELOLAND News will have team coverage and bring you the latest from Pier on air, online, and on social media. A man is in custody following a standoff in Rapid City.
Around 4 o'clock Monday afternoon, police were called to the Pancheros along Omaha Street. U.S. Marshals were serving a warrant when the man barricaded himself inside the restaurant. Several other agencies were also called to the scene. After some negotiating, the man surrendered without incident. The scene has been cleared and the U.S. Marshals are taking over the case. The Rapid City Police Department is asking for your help to find a missing teenager. Officers say they have checked multiple locations but have not found 13-year-old Josephine Adams. She was last seen in the 600 block of North 7th Street Sunday evening wearing a white shirt, black hoodie, and blue jeans. If you know where she is, call Rapid City Police immediately. Let's get a check of your morning forecast now with meteorologist Scott Munt tracking a few storms across the region throughout the day today. Scott.
Yeah, we're talking thunderstorms and also snowstorms. Thunderstorms in eastern and southeastern KELOLAND for this afternoon. Heading into the evening, some of those will become strong to severe, and then we are following snow north central and northwestern South Dakota. There's an enhanced risk for severe weather in Iowa today, and then that is a slight risk for what you see in yellow from Yankton, Vermilion to the northeast, including Sioux Falls, Laverne, and Worthington areas, and then a marginal risk for those areas in green. Tornado risk is throughout much of the state of Iowa, and it does nudge up into northwestern Iowa. So extreme southeastern KELOLAND will be monitored for that this afternoon and evening. And then we have blizzard warnings in north central and northwestern South Dakota, where some of the higher totals of snow will come in across northwestern KELOLAND with 8 to 12 inches possible in Buffalo. I'll have more details on the KELOLAND live Doppler forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Another story we'll be following for you throughout the day is the Sioux Falls City election.
Voters will decide on the next mayor along with city council members and 2 charter amendments. Polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
We'll have team coverage of the election and bring you fast, accurate results on KELOLAND TV and KELOLAND.com.
The WNBA draft was held last night, and former USD standouts Hannah Shervin and Chloe Lamb had entered their names into the draft pool. The Minnesota Lynx selected Shervin with the 28th overall pick as the Rogers, Minnesota native was taken by her hometown team. She tweeted out that she's happy to be coming home. Chloe Lamb, however, was not selected in the draft.
Cheer group members in Chamberlain are celebrating 2 U.S. final wins. Both teams from Balance Studios came home from their first ever U.S. finals with championship wins. But for these competitors, it's about more than just winning. It's about the friendships they have created.
My favorite part is probably the family and like the people you get to meet and the experiences you get to go to and like the U.S. finals that we just went to.
The groups were one of 3 South Dakota studios represented at the competition. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Scott?
All right, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Looks like it will be one of those days with storms in the east and snow in the west. Snowfall forecast into western and northwestern South Dakota, showing that we will have around 8 to 12 inches in Buffalo. So we will continue to monitor what's going on across all of KELOLAND as we do go through the day today. You can see here on FUTURECAST, the rain we have this morning will move to the north and to the northeast. As that's going on, we'll have that white wintry mix there from Mobridge over toward maybe Faith, and then all snow again, Buffalo into the northern hills for this afternoon. Notice the breaks in the clouds we have coming for central, south central, eastern, and southeastern KELOLAND. As that happens, temperatures will warm, more instability in the atmosphere. In fact, it could be a little humid out there, too. We have dew point temperatures expected to make the middle 50s in southeastern South Dakota throughout much of Iowa. Now, that could be some fuel for some storms later today. That's a look at FUTURECAST at 7 o'clock. I would say anywhere in the eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa be on the alert for a strong to severe thunderstorm. There's an enhanced risk for those areas highlighted in orange throughout much of Iowa, and then a slight risk from Yankton, Vermilion to the northeast to include Sioux Falls, Worthington, Laverne area. Tornado risk throughout much of Iowa, and it does extend into northwestern Iowa. And we're also watching for hail with any of these strong to severe storms that do develop in eastern and southeastern KELOLAND. And here, once again, is that blizzard warning, north central, northwestern South Dakota throughout much of North Dakota. Looking at that blizzard warning. More on that in a bit. Now, our precipitation forecast. I think this is all dependent on where these storms develop. And if they do develop overhead, I would say around a quarter inch can be expected. At least a quarter inch can be expected with these stronger storms that do develop in eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. And then the amounts of a trace to maybe a tenth in central and western South Dakota. Snowfall forecast, 1 to 3 in Mobridge and Faith, 8 to 12 in Buffalo, 3 to 6 in Spearfish. Rapid City may pick up a trace to about 2. And then we're looking at 1, possibly 2 feet or more of snow in North Dakota. And that will combine with wind speeds coming in at around 40 miles per hour and more. So for today, we'll have our temperatures in the 60s and 70s in southeastern KELOLAND, 30s and 40s in western and northwestern South Dakota. Cold air comes in for everybody starting tomorrow, and that will last straight through the holiday weekend. For more details on your 7-day forecast, go ahead and check them out while you're here online. Have a great day.